Hi guys, I'm Chris and I collect comics. Just a quick forward ahead of time. If you hear a zombie in the background, do not be alarmed. I am safe. It is only my 8-month-old daughter. She tends to grunt and groan. She's a beautiful little girl, but makes incredibly strange noises, but that's okay. Let's get into the haul. So if you haven't noticed already, this is Batman 251. This is a book I've always thought was just an awesome cover. One of those major awesome Neil Adams covers. Never really expected that I would have it, mostly because the price is just so out of this world, generally. And this one I picked up from my flea market. So I got a really good deal on this. If you guys have been watching my videos, a couple videos ago I had a haul with some Marvel Spotlight. I got these from the same guy, also at a really good price. It's funny how people price books, because if you look through some of their things, they'll be just outrageously priced. Like early books, like early Deadpool books for like $8 an issue kind of thing. Where then they had this and it was labeled at $25, and I actually got them down to $20 on this. And it is a low grade copy, like do not get me wrong. You can see all the wear on here and everything. There's a subscription crease, I think, unless it's just a mark. There's some more, there's just lots of little marks. Inside the book looks great. The back has a few like scuffs and marks, kind of like you'd expect, like after looking at the front. But like the staples are intact. There's no pieces ripped or anything like that. So I don't know what you'd call this. Probably a GVG. But for $20, I'm really, really excited to have this in my collection. The thing with this book that really, besides the awesome iconic cover that makes it special, is this was sort of when Joker went from being a silly, ridiculous character to a straight-up murderer. The way early stuff, he was a little more violent, I think, but in this, he's going around like killing all of his old gang members and stuff, and Batman's running around trying to help him out. It's a really good read, actually. It's a Denny O'Neil story, and it's just a lot of fun in that classic Batman vein. Batman's a little dumber in this than in the current run, where there's a couple hilarious lines where Batman's going to help one of the Joker's old mobster buddies, and he asks if he can go home to pick up his toothbrush before he goes into police custody. And Batman says, "Yeah, that's a reasonable request," and then he hammers him on the back of the head and knocks him out. But yeah, this is just a really, really great book to have in my collection for $20. This flea market has been really good to me lately. Both my Twitter followers will know, because I've mentioned that before. Ugh, sorry, messing with the baby here. So yeah, that is the highlight of the haul, the flea market haul I had today. Also picked up these at the flea market. I was looking to buy a bunch of these with the same person who sold me the Batman books. Had them to the side, and I said, just hold them for me, I'm going to look around for a while. And then I went to another seller, and he had all of these, and I was able to get all these and another series for $20. So if you guys have not read Old Man Logan, it is the Wolverine story, in my opinion, to read. It's just incredible. These are all, I believe, the first prints and just the normal covers. Ah, baby! Baby! I'm not in danger, but my comic books are constantly under threat. And we're back. The zombie baby has been dealt with. So, as I was saying, Wolverine, Old Man Logan, Mark Millar series, just incredible. Basically, it's the future and everything sucks, and Wolverine just goes and does his thing, causes trouble. Awesome, awesome series. So yeah, like I said, I got this whole series, and I'll show you another one for $10 total. So just very excited with that deal. This cover I love. Shot in the face 6 times. I got shot 9 times. So gangster. Red Skull in the Captain America uniform. And the final, it's the giant size conclusion, which is awesome. Like, goes back to the original Wolverine versus the Hulk. Just awesome, awesome finish. And this was the second series I got. So this and the Old Man Logan for $20. I got this whole series. Now this is a Grant Morrison sort of mini series. Basically what happened, and I wasn't reading, I haven't read the whole run of Grant Morrison. So basically what happens is Bruce Wayne dies and Dick Grayson takes over as Batman for a while. And they really let it sit there and let you think Batman is dead for some time. And so when he returned, it turns out what happened was he was actually sent way back in time. And Batman had to go through different eras of time to return to the modern day. So I haven't read this story, so I don't know how all the time travel in that works. I just know he goes to sort of different areas, and each issue focuses on a different era. So this one is, for example, like the caveman era, #1. He's sent way back to like early man. I don't know where he found this giant mutated bat in caveman times, but I guess it's comic book, so I'm not going to get upset. #2, this is like Salem witch sort of time, looks like. He's like a Quaker, Batman Quaker. Pirate Batman. Cowboy, Western Batman. Like early noir detective from like, it looks like the 20s or something, Batman. And then back to modern. So really excited because that's a series I really wanted to read. And I hadn't ever seen it. And this guy had just a box of sort of random, more modern comics with both these series in there. And they were all out of order. They were all just kind of mixed in there randomly. So I just picked through them all, found all the ones I wanted, offered him $20, and he went for it. So really, really excited to have this series because it's supposed to be a pretty good story too. Basically, I've been like comic booking the last 3 days. I went to 3 different shops in 3 days. Picked up some nice little things. Here's another one. This is Swamp Thing 19. And this is just an awesome, awesome story. This is the first Charles Soule on Swamp Thing. And I didn't have this one. I think I started at 23. But this is where Swamp Thing's in Gotham City, I think. And he gets doused with the Scarecrow's fear gas. And so you think about how powerful the Swamp Thing is. He's basically like this green elemental god. And he's locked in this dream state of a nightmare. So the whole city kind of gets taken over by plants, and Batman and Superman show up and try to figure out what's going on. He has an awesome conversation with Superman just about the power and how you have to be careful and maintain yourself and stuff. It's a really cool story. So I saw it for $3. I just grabbed it. This one is from another regular at that flea market I go to. So these are all 3 for $5. So I got all these books, I think, for $15. But these are all nice high-grade books. This is Peter Parker Spider-Man, starting with #20, which is when Paul Jenkins took over. And I really like Paul Jenkins as a writer. He had what was his series? Spectacular Spider-Man. He did basically the whole run of the volume 2. And like ruined Spider-Man for me, almost, Spider-Man writing. Like, I think one of the big reasons I have such a hard time with Dan Slott is because I really like Paul Jenkins' run so bad, and I want that caliber. He's really good at like looking in depth at the characters, who they are, what they're about. Look how sad Spider-Man is in this one, though. I can't even look at that. That's just sad. But so he did this run. Buckingham was the artist on the early ones. It says 21. 22 looks like a Sandman story. 23. 24, Sweet Aliens. 26, I'm not sure. I gotta look up what 25 is. 25 had been picked, so. And this is where Bennett takes over. I really like Bennett's art style. 27 with a beautiful, beautiful Care Andrews painted cover. I just wish it was like bigger or something. It seems like there's something missing in this, but I really like the imagery of it. I just wish it was more zoomed in or something, but awesome Care Andrew cover. And then I got these two. This is a killer Detective Comics Joker cover with Robin in the passenger seat and Joker on the rampage. Beautiful black and white cover. Some of these later Detective Comics had some really cool covers. And I also picked up Detective Comics 801 just because Lapham was on it, and I like him also. And a couple random Amazing Spider-Man books. 683, featuring the Enforcers. 685, Guggenheim. And this, man. Miss Marvel #16. So when I saw this, I saw the cover, and the beauty of watching all these YouTube videos, guys, is you get to know these covers, and you see them, and you're just like, there's something about this issue. I want this issue for some reason. So I've been kind of collecting these early Miss Marvels anyways, and it was in the dollar bin, so it's pumped. But this is the first cameo appearance of Mystique. And this again is another low grade book. There is even a hole in it somewhere. Can't remember what it was. There, maybe it's on the back cover. I think there's a small hole, and just rough cut. But again, inside is really nice. So you get the whole story. It looks great, and it's a pretty key issue. These Miss Marvel books are obviously going up in price with the movie and everything. People want them now, so really excited to find that. So this is kind of a low grade is better than no grade haul, I guess. Want to see another Captain Marvel book? Okay. This is Captain Marvel 18. So I already have Captain Marvel 1, which I luckily bought, or Miss Marvel number 1, which I luckily bought a long time ago. But this is where she gets her powers. So this has been featured in a few people's videos. There's sort of a trifecta. There's the first Carol Danvers. This is where she gets her powers, and then Miss Marvel number 1 is where she has her own series, and she premieres as the actual hero. So this one is $5. Again, it's another low grade book. Everything's attached. Everything's complete. You can see there's like someone wrote a 10 on here. But that's probably like a shop writing 10 cents years ago. So that's okay to me. This is DC House of Mystery number 156. And this was an eBay purchase. And it's probably a fine plus. This is the first appearance of Dial H for Hero. So Dial H for Hero is kind of an interesting concept. This guy finds this like alien device that sort of links him to another dimension, and he dials the word hero on it, and it will change him into another character, a superhero, just a random superhero, and every time it's different. So sometimes it sort of works in a certain situation, and other times it doesn't as well. But so it's kind of just an interesting concept, and I guess I can't remember whose video it was I was watching. I will post it in text if I remember when I edit this, but basically what happened later on as the series went on, they would have kids write in and offer suggestions about different types of superheroes, so you get a lot of weird, goofy, silly characters. But it's kind of fun. It's sort of an interactive comic book where the reader could write in and be able to take control of the book itself and feel like they're really a part of creating these characters. So kind of neat. And lastly, from the flea market. Again, this is same store. This is Deadpool number 66. So it just sold off. I had this book and I sold it off, which I sort of regretted. I sold off, as you guys, if you saw my eBay video, I sold a bunch of books off on eBay. Mostly doubles. These were some of the ones I sold that weren't doubles. My point is I was disappointed. And so when I saw this in the store, it was $3 at the flea market there, so I grabbed it. This is the first volume of Deadpool, but the later issues, like 65 and onward, are sort of had a lower print run. So if you guys can find them, I think it ended at 69 or something. So if you can find them, then pick them up, especially if they're cheap, because they're good stories. Udon's kind of got an anime style art. If you like that, then it's there. But they're still, it's Gail Simone. She's good at doing sort of the fun action stuff. So great story, great book to have. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm coming up to 400 subs almost, so thinking I might finally do a contest. I have a bunch of books kind of laid aside, just trying to figure out what I want to do for that contest. So keep an eye out. It might be coming soon down the line here. And thank you guys for watching so much and for commenting and liking and all that, especially commenting. I love talking about comics. So drop me a line there and we'll chat it up. So thanks, guys, and we'll catch you later.